izindlu usikhandela nemigwaqo awusakhila izikole asingachopha le leadership uyishahlezi phansi kodwa ngiphula imigomo ye-COVID manje siphethe uminister we-culture la so asikwazi ukuthi siphulele imigomo. So if the team is not ready to do what we agreed to do, let me proceed. Are you ready then? Okay, let me proceed. Thank you very much, leadership. Sorry for the technical glitches that they are still experiencing. We are gathered here today after the country has conducted successful by-elections, confirming yet again that South Africa is a maturing democracy. As expected, the ANC registered many votes which reflected the will of the people. In eThekwini, we had 4 by-elections. The ANC has won 3, and the Democratic Alliance retained its ward in the city. This decisive victory challenges us not to rest on our laurels, but to accelerate service delivery to our people. We would like to thank all those who went out to cast their votes and the confidence they've shown to our organization. Now is the time for action to deliver on the commitments we have made to the people during these campaigns. We are the only government that is capable of delivering to the aspirations of the people of this country a better life for all. Over the past 26 years, government has made great strides in improving the lives of our people for the better. We also acknowledge that a lot still have to be done, and we have a long way to go to address the triple challenges of poverty, unemployment, and inequalities still plaguing our country. Program Director, we are the only government that has a plan in the form of the National Development Plan and the District Development Model to restore the dignity of our people, particularly those who were previously marginalized. We want to give an account to the Honorable Minister that at the level of our metro, we have indeed established the technical hub, which is now functional. We also established our political hub, which has met for more than 3 times to look at the issues and the interventions of all the spheres of government. Because we acknowledge that the main purpose for the district development model is to ensure that we produce one plan and one budget to address challenges of service delivery that are confronting our people. So we are certain, Honorable Minister, that will pick up and ensure that the district development model does find expression in our actions. Today we have representatives from Operation Sukuma Sake who are also part of this program, because this program is aligned with the DDM model. So we pride ourselves that over the past 26 years of democracy, the lives of more than 3.7 million people of eThekwini have changed and still continue to change for the better. When it comes to the state of the city, Program Director, when assessing eThekwini Municipality Service Delivery Record, it is important to take into account the fact that this municipality's spatial development framework is based on a split of 40% urban areas with infrastructure services and 60% of both rural and township areas, which minimize economic opportunities and service delivery. The results in people commuting long distances, or this results in people commuting long distances to areas of work in inner cities manufacturing and logistic hub at the South Durban base. The estimated 40% monthly income of the poor people is spent on public transport, which does not present a good picture. The economic development outlook of the city is also decreasing in the percentage of employment opportunities in the traditional sources of job creation. The city has recognized a need for innovation to new normal and invest in digital services as a key source of economic growth. The city also recognizes the critical role played by the informal economy, particularly in the face of global economic meltdown. To this end, the city has created opportunities to trade for approximately 4,000 informal traders on the streets of Durban, eThekwini. The rural economy has also been given a much-needed boost in the form of Radical Agrarian Socio-Economic Program, RASAT. In addition to the catalytic projects that are being facilitated to inject an estimated 6.6 billion and between 10,000 to 15,000 construction jobs, there are serious interventions made targeted at boosting the tourism sector in particular and other sectors. There is also a robust township economic development program aimed at integrating the township economy with the mainstream economy, such as introducing business hubs and putting township activities on a global map. The broader financial outlook of the city after September 2020 budget adjustment is at 49.8 billion rands, comprising of 44.4 billion rands operating budgets and 5.5 billion rands capital budget. The city has done exceedingly well in delivering services to majority of our residents, because sometimes we stick to the negative and do not recognize the work that has been done. When there are potholes, we forget that we are building libraries. When we are dealing with the museums and the health clinics and all of the other activities on service delivery, we forget that there are achievements in that regard, which then include the rendering of services like basic services like water, electricity, and sanitation. If you look at those services, you may think that there is nothing that has been done. We have achieved a lot, and the targets that we have set for ourselves have been attained. But due to urbanization, migration of people from different districts of our province to the city, it's also put some strain on the resources of the city to be able to respond to the needs and aspirations of our people. However, there are other areas which have suffered serious neglect, threatening to derail our vision to improve the lives of our people and our citizens. There is growing dissatisfaction. That services rendered are insufficient, and the service backlog as of the 30th of March 2020 is reported at 348,488 households for water, that is a backlog relating to water, 310,843 on sanitation, 220,432 on electricity, and 77,087 refuse collection. But this on its own, it presents a picture that we have regressed from what we have achieved due to the number of households that are now joining in the special plans of the municipality. The human settlement have been rendering houses in different approaches, including the provision of top structures, infrastructure, incremental services, because we want to be certain that even those communities who live in informal settlements, before we start building houses for them, but they start enjoying benefits in terms of services, basic services that are rendered. That includes access roads, provision of water and sanitation, pathways, and many other infrastructural activities that are taking place. R293 program is part of the programs that we are rendering temporary residential accommodation to a total of 25,472 sites, which is making a difference in the lives of beneficiaries. The city is also providing incremental services such as water, sanitation, roads, and footpaths to 581 informal settlements. There is no informal settlement in the city of eThekwini which we do not have a plan for in relation to development. This financial year will be reallocating about 500 households from these temporary residential structures to new formal houses. So that is part of the strides that the city is putting to deal with the issues of development. The city transport plan, integrated transport plan networks, phase 1, which is C3 infrastructure rollout, is complete, and the bus operation plan is being finalized to commence soon. The soon